My 32, female, husband 34 male found out about my affair. He wants to divorce, but I don't think that's fair to either of us.
Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started.
My 32, female, husband 34 male found out about my affair. He wants to divorce, but I don't think that's fair to either of us. Posted elsewhere, got nothing but name calling and no help at all. Maybe this community can be more helpful. I miscarried about 8 months ago. It was emotionally devastating to both of me and my husband. Not long after that, I lost my job because of COVID, and I have not been able to find work since. So, needless to say, it was a really rough time for me. I was stuck at home with nowhere to go, and my husband works at a hospital, so he was gone every day. I needed the boost to my confidence, so I posted some pictures on Insta. I got a lot of attention from men, particularly from one man who turns out lived about 10 minutes away from me. I am not proud of what I did, but he was such a smooth talker and always knew exactly what to say to make me feel sexy and empowered. I was also the most vulnerable point in my entire life, and I made the biggest mistake I've ever made. As it turned out, this guy was doing the same thing with lots of other vulnerable women, and when I found out that he had no interest in me at all, and that was nothing but a sex toy for him, I called it off immediately. I have no contact with him for about a month, but he still sometimes texts me to see if I'm down. I just ignored it when he does this. But here's the tricky part. I honestly feel like I am a better person, woman, and wife because of my misadventures. I've learned so much about myself and what I want out of a relationship and what I won't tolerate. It really helped me reconnect with my husband and make me realize how much I love him and how lucky I am to have him. I've never been a more loving and attentive wife, and our sex life has never been better. We've been talking about trying for another child. Everything is going so well, and I honestly attribute this to my stepping out on the marriage. And now that I'm more dedicated to my husband than ever, I know this will never happen again. Well, yesterday my husband found a text message this guy sent me asking if I wanted to sleep with him again. He says he wasn't snooping and just happened to be right next to my phone when he texted, but I'm not sure. I told him that he was just joking and this is just part of our friend dynamic. But when he pressed me, I decided to come clean and tell him everything. I gave him every last detail about the affair, how long it lasted, how it started, how many times we saw each other. Everything. He's understandably upset, but he says he wants a divorce. I really don't think this is right because I've already taken steps to ignore this guy, so no one needs to tell me to stay away from him. And also, my husband has been benefited so much from this. I told him how because of this I've realized how much I love him and how he should have been able to see how devoted to our marriage I've been over the last month. I was also completely honest with him and I am willing to share our entire conversation history so he knows everything he needs to know. But this isn't good enough and he still wants a divorce. How can I show him I've truly changed for the better and that this won't happen again? I feel like I'm being punished for something that I've already fixed.